Hello, today we'll be looking at how to draft a basic skirt, a simple basic skirt, and we're going to use it to adapt for a pencil skirt. So what you need for your basic skirt is the circumference of your waist into 4, the circumference of your hip into 4, the depth of your waist to hip, and as well as your skirt length. So we're going to start with the center back. From the edge of your paper, make sure you measure 1 inch inwards. So from what you can see, I already have my 1 inch rule from the edge inwards. So I'm going to start by dividing my waist and my hip into 4. From what you can see, I've already outlined my paper. What I did was to measure the length of my skirts. So this will be 0, so I can start with. So I've already divided the necessary measurement into 4. So I'm going to start with my hip. So it's 0 to, I'm going to use numbers so it will be easier for us to understand. So I'm going to start by measuring the depth of my hip, which is 0 to 1. So 0 to 1 is the depth of my hip measurements. So 0 to 1 is the depth of my hip measurement, that is my waist to hip, and I ruled it across. So 0 to 2 is my skirt length. So the next thing I'm going to do is to use the quarter of my hip. So the quarter of my hip plus 1.5 centimeter. The 1.5 centimeter is for our ease allowance. So on 1, which is where this is where the hip line is. So I have the hip line. So 0 to 3 will be the quarter of my hip plus 1.5 centimeter for ease allowance. So I'm going to use the measurement all through. That is, I'm going to measure what I have 1 to 3 on 0 to 4 and 2 to 5. Then I'll connect it with a straight rule. So from what you can see, I have my straight rule. So the next thing is to determine my waist. What do? I measure quarter of my waist plus 4 centimeter or 4.2 centimeter. We're going to have two dots at the back. So I'm going to quickly do that. That is your waist into 4 plus 4.2 centimeter. Now the 4 centimeter there is for your dart width, and the 0.2 centimeter remaining is for the waist ease allowance. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So that will give us 0 to 6. For us to have a 0 to 6, let's see what to do. So from 0 to 6, I have quarter of my waist plus my 4.25 centimeter. Then I'll connect it to 3 with a straight through with a broken line. Then on 6, I'll measure my 1.25 centimeter upward in this direction. So I'll have it at 6A. Then I'll use my curve to connect to 3 in this direction. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Then I'll also connect 6A to 0 with a curve line. So the next thing I'm going to do is to measure the measurements to have the dart position, or to determine the dart position. I have to measure 0 to 6A, divide into 3. Whatever I have will be what I'm going to use to indicate my dart position. So I have my dart position. What do I need to do? I have to mark it in this direction. That's the first one. and the second one in this direction. Now that I have it, remember we added 4 centimeter to the quarter of our waist. So the next thing we're going to do now is to use the dart position. I mean the dart width. Remember, each will be 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter, because we added 4.025, and I said the 0.25 is meant for the waist allowance. So I'm going to do this for my dart now. That's my dart width. This is 1 centimeter each. 1 centimeter each. Then the depth of my darts, the first one I'm going to make use of 9 centimeter, and the second one I'm going to use, the first one I'm going to use 10 centimeter, and the second one I'm going to use 9 centimeter. So you have it done in this direction. We are almost done with the center back. It's very simple, but you can determine your dart depends on how you want to shape your waistline. So we have the back ready. In a bit. This is you can label it the way you want. We can make this 7 and 7A. Now for the slit, that is here for the slit, the slit opening is usually 18 centimeter by 5 centimeters. So I have my 18 centimeter here. That's 2 to 8 is 18 centimeter, and I have it marked out by 5 centimeter by 5 centimeter. And of course we need our zipper allowance, so I'll be using 1 inch for my zipper allowance. How do I do that? I measure my 1 inch in this direction, then take it down to where my slit is. So this will serve as my zipper allowance, and my slit still remains. So this for the center back. So let's quickly look at the center front. How do we do that? It's very simple. All you need to do is to measure from 3 quarter hip measurements. So let's quickly do that. So I have my hip measure, quarter hip measured, which I use all around. That is 5 down to 9 is quarter hip, to 10 is quarter hip. That's 3 to 10 is quarter hip, and 4 to 11 is quarter hip. So I didn't add any ease allowance to it. So what we are going to do now, 11 to 4, we are going to determine our waist plus 2.25 centimeter for that allowance. So that gives us 12, and on 12, like we did 6 to 6A, we are going to do same by raising it by 1.25 centimeter. We are going to do same in this direction. So that will give us 12A. Then you connect to number 3 with, that's 12 to number 3 with a broken line in this direction. Then you use your curve to connect 12A to 3, that's your hip line. So you're going to do same 12A to 11 using your curve in this direction. We are almost done. It's very simple. This is the center front, this is the side, that's the side seam. So the next thing we are going to do, just like we did is 0 to 6A, you're going to measure 11 to 12A. Whatever you have, you divide it into 3 to locate your dart's position. So I have 1/3 of my waist, which I'm going to measure from here, which is somewhere here. Then remember we used I said 2 centimeter. So 2 centimeter, I'm going to measure mine. here. So the depth of my dart is going to be 9 centimeter. 9 centimeter. Then I connect in this direction. I connect in this direction. So we have our waist dart. So I'm going to make here 13. So don't forget, you may be wondering, what about it 0.25 we added is for your waist ease allowance. So we are done with the center front and the center back. Thank you for watching. This is your basic skirt, and we are going to use this to achieve every other skirt, because basic skirts serve as the foundation of every other skirt. Thank you for watching. Stay with us.